Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV in conjunction with Colfax High School presents Viking pregame. A look at today's Colfax Vikings girls game. And now, Viking pregame.
Good evening and welcome to the NLWN-TV studio. I'm Rick Olson, and tonight we bring you the 18-3 Colfax Viking girls who are sitting on top of the Dunn-St Croix Conference with a 14-0 conference record and are looking to clinch an outright title to the Dunn-St Croix Conference when they take on the 15-6 Boyceville Bulldogs, who are 11-3 in the conference play from Boyceville High School. The Vikings are coming off a 68-42 loss to the Mosinee Indians last night, while Boyceville defeated the Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs 56-25 also last night. Now, coming up in this edition of Viking Pregame, we'll take a look at tonight's matchup between the Boyceville Bulldogs and the Colfax Vikings. Then we'll get the coach's perspective as we talk with Coach Kittleson on Coach's Corner. Following that, we'll take a look around the Dunn-St Croix Conference just to see where things stand. Finally, we'll send it out to Boyceville High School, where we'll bring you all the action of tonight's game between the Colfax Vikings and the Boyceville Bulldogs. So it's time to get ready for some exciting high school girls basketball. All that coming up right after this brief timeout. You're tuned to Viking Pregame on NLWN-TV.
Did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame, where we're getting ready to bring you tonight's girls game featuring the Boyceville Bulldogs and the Dunn-St Croix champion Colfax Vikings. The Vikings are coming off a 68-42 non-conference loss to the Mosinee Indians last night, while the Bulldogs defeated the Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs 56-25, and that was also last night. Now, in the Vikings' loss to Mosinee, the Vikings seem to have a difficult time dealing with the superior height, rebounding, and strength of Mosinee. Leading the way scoring for the Vikings was senior guard Jordan Bovey, who hit 4 field goals, including 3 three-pointers, and added 2 free throws for 13 points. She was followed by 3 players who all contributed 8 points. They were sophomore Lyric Nichols, senior Sierra Shipman, and senior Bryn Sikora. Now, the Boyceville Bulldogs are 15-6 overall and 11-3 in the Dunn-St Croix Conference. Now, earlier this season, the Bulldogs and the Vikings tangled in Colfax, where the Vikings came away with a 66-57 win. Leading the way this season for the Bulldogs in scoring is sophomore Brooklyn Talmadge, who's shooting nearly 30% from the floor, including 48% from three-point range and 75% from the free throw line, while scoring over 17 points per game. She's being followed by sophomore Blake Jeske, who's averaging 10 points per game, while junior Aubrey Moline is adding just under 10. On the boards, the Bulldogs are being led by Jeske and senior Chelsea Holden, who are each grabbing 6.5 rebounds per game. For the Vikings thus far this season, the leading scorer is Jordan Bovey, who's averaging nearly 18.5 points per game. She's followed by Sierra Shipman at 11 points per game and Bryn Sikora at 9.5 per game. On the boards, the Vikings' leading rebounder is Klara Hajdukovic, who's pulling down just under 7 rebounds per game, while Bryn Sikora is grabbing around 6.5 boards per game, and Sierra Shipman is averaging 5 boards per game. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get the coach's perspective as we chat with Coach Kittleson on Coach's Corner. You're tuned to Viking Pregame on NLWN-TV.
Where did the time go? done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Time now to see what the coaches have to say. It's Coach's Corner, what they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. And now, Coach's Corner.
Today, once again, we're talking with Viking assistant coach Carly Kittleson. And coach, in just a few minutes, the Vikings will get back into Dunn-St. Croix Conference play when they take on the Boyceville Bulldogs. But before we get to that, last night the Vikings suffered only their third defeat of the season when they took on the Division III and 8th ranked in the state Mosinee Indians. Your comments about that performance?
They were a great team. Mosinee, we knew they were going to be tough. 1 through 5 positions, they were very athletic. They had the height. We didn't value the basketball very well. We seemed a little rattled. It took us a bit to just, get into it. It was one of those where I feel like we were forcing some things and instead of letting it come to us. But they are a great team. Those are great games to play. It's good to test that out and see where you're at.
Now, the Indians, as you kind of hinted at, had a significant height advantage over the Vikings. They were edging out the Vikings by 2 to 3 inches all the way across the board. And this seemed to cause some problems for the Vikings as they needed to adjust their shots, and that appeared to throw them off. Your thoughts about that?
Yeah, definitely. They were much taller overall than us, and that's going to happen sometimes, and you just have to continue to do what you do and set screens for each other so you can be open a little longer to get your normal shot off. And another thing is first half, they out-rebounded us by quite a bit, which height helps, but if you can be in the right position and push back, block out, you can try and get some of those boards.
In fact, that just leads right into what I was going to ask you about next. The Indians really seemed to command the rebounding, and the Vikings struggled to get any offensive boards, which led to a lot of one-and-done possessions. This won't be the only time the Vikings will face this with the playoffs coming real soon. What can the Vikings do to overcome that situation?
We just have to do the fundamentals. We practice it every day. You've got to get yourself in position, and rebounding is one of those things that it requires effort. Yes, size helps, but, you want that ball. And you're right. It's not going to be the last time we see those situations. We've just got to do the fundamentals better.
Now, we've talked about how Mosinee is the type of team that you want to play so they can provide a good learning experience for the Vikings. What are some of the lessons you're hoping the Vikings come away with from that game?
Resiliency, being in that position, and then how to handle it. We were only down 9 at the one point, but, I just kept thinking I feel like the girls felt like it was so much more, just like the feeling. And it was really only 9 points and 11 points down at half. And you just have to rise to those occasions and, hopefully we learn from it and just stay positive. And if something's not working, then you have to try something else.
Well, tonight the Vikings will get back into conference action when they take on the Boyceville Bulldogs, who the Vikings defeated earlier this season, 66-57. What can you tell us about the Bulldogs and what might be different this time around?
They have great shooters. Last time we played, Brooklyn Talmadge had a great game. Second half, she came out and hit a lot of big threes for them. So we have to know the scouting report and play defense like we know how. And then offensively, they like to run and jump press. So we need to take care of the ball, value it, and just play with confidence.
Now, at this point, the Vikings have clinched no worse than a tie for the Dunn-St. Croix Conference title. But a victory tonight would ensure that the Vikings won't have to share with anyone. I know my mother taught me always to share, but this is a time when you don't want to.
Right.
So it would also set up the possibility that the Vikings would have a chance to go undefeated in the conference season. What are your thoughts about that?
That's always a great accomplishment when you can do those things. And yeah, we definitely don't want to share it. This would be a case where we want to have that conference title by ourselves, and the girls want that. And so we just got to play our game.
Well, Coach Kittleson, good luck on tonight's game. Hopefully, the Vikings can become the sole champions of the Dunn-St. Croix Conference and be headed toward an undefeated conference season.
Thank you.
You've been listening to Coach's Corner, where they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time.
And she'd buy the same gifts over and over.
Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame. Tonight, the Vikings will try to clinch the outright title in the Dunn-St. Croix Conference. The Vikings are coming off a 68-42 loss to the Mosinee Indians last night. Yesterday, the Dunn-St. Croix Conference had 3 teams in action. In a non-conference game, the Vikings hosted the Mosinee Indians, and the Indians came away as 68-42 winners. In a Dunn-St. Croix Conference matchup, it was the Boyceville Bulldogs meeting the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs in Chetek. And when that dogfight was over, Boyceville came out winners 56-25. Now that leaves the Dunn-St. Croix Conference standings as follows. The Vikings currently sit atop the conference with a 14-0 conference record. Only 2.5 games behind them are the 11-2 Durand, Arkansas Panthers, with the Boyceville Bulldogs at 11-3 in third place and 3 games off the pace. In fourth place are the Spring Valley Cardinals at 6-6, while in fifth place are the Mondovi Buffaloes at 6-7. The Clear Lake Warriors are in sixth, with the Glenwood City Hilltoppers in 7th place. 8th place belongs to the Elmwood Plum City Wolves, and in 9th we find the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs. Now tonight, in addition to the Vikings facing the Boyceville Bulldogs in conference play, the Durand, Arkansas Panthers will head to Spring Valley to take on the Spring Valley Cardinals. It will be the Mondovi Buffaloes hosting the Elmwood Plum City Wolves, and the Clear Lake Warriors will travel to Chetek High School to take on the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs. Now, a Viking victory tonight would assure the Vikings of an undisputed championship in the Dunn-St. Croix Conference. So, the stage is set for some exciting girls high school basketball, and we'll have all the action for you right here on NLWN-TV. Now, in just a moment, we'll send it out to Boyceville High School as we bring you all the action of tonight's girls game between the Colfax Vikings and the Boyceville Bulldogs. That's all coming up next. You've been tuned to Viking Pregame on NLWN-TV.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
You've been tuned to Viking Pregame with a look at today's Colfax Vikings girls game. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Colfax Viking basketball.
When tech goes on the fritz and frustration kicks in, Sladen's technology where you trust he can. From nowhere to backups, we've got what you need. Call us up, we'll plant the seed. Sladen's on the way, your heroes in disguise. For businesses large and small, we're the ultimate prize. 715-864-2833.
The Northern Light Webcasting Network along with NLWN-TV proudly presents Colfax Viking Girls Basketball.
Vikings rise! We're making our claim, battling hard, igniting the flame.
Join us all season long, right here, as we bring you the Colfax Viking Girls while they battle their way through the Dunn-St Croix Conference.
From inside and out, we're hitting those shots. Keep the winning spirit, give all we've got.
Now, out to the gym and tonight's Colfax Viking Girls game.
Together as one, we'll conquer it all.
And good evening, and welcome to Boyceville High School. We made the journey all 17 miles down the road from Colfax to get here for this game between the Colfax Vikings and the Boyceville Bulldogs. Tonight here in Boyceville, they're holding their 15th annual Coaches versus Cancer event. So this place is pretty crowded tonight, and a lot of activity out in the lobby where they have a silent auction and they have raffle prizes available, and all the money being raised goes to the American Cancer Society. And usually that's 5 figures. I think we were here 2 years ago for this. It was over $30,000 that they raised for the American Cancer Society from this event. So more power to them. And I know we just lost our main camera. Chris is busily trying to get it back. And there he goes. Speaking of that, Chris Olson on the camera, Dan Petchow keeping the numbers for us. I'm Rick Olson, and we're going to have all the details of tonight's game coming up right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
Get in touch with the roots of the Chippewa Valley at the Chippewa Valley Museum, located in Eau Claire's Carson Park, with a mission of connecting people to their community and inspire curiosity. From reinventing the Chippewa Valley, a century of change in farm life, the Farmhouse Theater, along with the Wisconsin Logging Museum and Logging Camp. Also, the Chippewa Valley Museum features special temporary exhibits and traveling exhibits, as well as web exhibits. The Chippewa Valley Museum is open Tuesdays through Saturdays. Call for more information at 715-834-7871.
And I want to remind you that the Chippewa Valley Museum has coming up on February 28th, the annual Folk Arts Festival, where you can learn about some wood turning and get a tattoo, and learn about sourdough bread making, get some entertainment from some live music with a Grammy-nominated artist, all in one afternoon in one location. That's at the Chippewa Valley Museum. Call them for more information at 715-834-7871. That's 715-834-7871.
Yeah, you just can't do them all at the same time. It's throughout the day. You can't get
you don't want to pack them all. You want to spread the day out a little bit.
Yeah, you don't want to do bread and get a tattoo at the same time. Like
no, but I could have one of those Grammy Award-winning or nominated artists performing for me while I'm getting the tattoo.
There you go. Yeah.
There we go. That disembodied voice you were hearing was Dan Petchow. And Dan, this is a big game tonight for the Vikings. If they win, they will be the undisputed champions of the Dunn-St Croix Conference.
Yeah, this team has really blossomed over the fall and the winter here. And you can definitely see they're all locked in. And they know what to do. You know, they had a couple tough games on the, against a couple of different divisions. But, yeah, that doesn't really affect how their focus right now in the Dunn-St Croix.
And so, yeah, you're right. A couple of really tough games to help get ready for the WYA playoffs. But this is a conference game. This is a rivalry game. The Vikings already know they at least have a share of the conference championship. Tonight it could be all theirs. But the Boyceville Bulldogs are sitting in third place and have played really well this year. So this is not going to be a pushover.
Right, yeah. They're sitting 11-3 in the conference. And you know, they're going to stay locked in too. So both teams got to be ready. Colfax has to make sure they take care of the ball on the road. And Boyceville's going to want to get out and run and get ahead early.
Well, Dan, why don't you give us a heads up on who's playing in tonight's game?
Yeah.
You've got it somewhere over there amongst all your papers.
Here's the starters right for the Boyceville Bulldogs tonight. They're going to go with guard number 10, Brooklyn Talmadge. Junior number 12, Ellie Engelman. Senior number 14, Chelsea Holden. Junior number 20, Aubrey Moline. And sophomore number 21, Blake Jeske. For the Colfax Vikings, they're going to go with 5'6" senior number 12, Jordan Bovey. 5'7" senior number 14, Layla Herbert. 5'6" senior number 30, Sierra Shipman. 5'7" senior number 34, Bryn Sikora. And 5'11" senior number 44, Clara Hajdukovic.
And we'll be back with the opening ceremonies and the tip-off for tonight's game right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
When you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it, rest assured, you can still get that meal by going to Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Mom's is open daily, serving breakfast and lunch, and don't forget dinner on Friday nights with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee is always hot, the breakfast is always delicious, and lunch will put a smile on your face and in your stomach. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub.
Back here at Boyceville High School as the pep band is playing the Boyceville fight song, and we are getting ready to turn it over to the public address system for the introduction of players and national anthem, not in that order.
Right.
Good evening and welcome to our 15th annual Coaches versus Cancer event. Thank you all for being here. Just a reminder, the WIAA, the Dunn-St. Croix Conference, Boyceville High School, and Colfax High School require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation by supporting our participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments, or other intimidating or taunting actions or chants will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of the competition. Please enjoy the game in a positive manner. To honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to please stand, remove your hats, and place your hand over your heart for the singing of our national anthem by Samantha Sober.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Once again, this is our 15th annual Coaches versus Cancer event. So far, our total is $7,655 we've raised to go towards the American Cancer Society. Your generosity will only push that total higher. Before we get it started, to recognize all of our cancer fighters and our cancer survivors. If you are a cancer fighter or a cancer survivor, please take this moment and stand up so we can recognize you. Cancer fighters, cancer survivors. Thank you. Now if we could take one more moment, I'd like us all to listen to a poem read by cancer fighter Amber Carlsrud.
Stronger than the storm, cancer can whisper fear in the night, but it cannot silence our light. It tests our breath, it bends our days, yet hope still burns in the quiet ways. In every step, in every tear, there grows a courage stronger than fear. Together we stand, hearts intertwined, fighting for healing, for peace of mind. Tonight we gather bold and true, for love is stronger and love breaks through.
And now we'll begin with our starting lineup. We'll start with our Colfax Viking lineup. Senior, number 12, Jordan Bovey. Senior, number 14, Layla Hurlbert. Senior, number 30, Sierra Shipman. Senior, number 34, Bryn Sikora. And senior, number 44, Cora Hajdukovic. The Vikings are coached by Courtney Sarrar and Carly Kittleson. And now, the starting lineup for your hometown Bulldogs. Sophomore, number 10, Brooklyn Talmadge. Junior, number 12, Ellie Engelman. Senior, number 14, Chelsea Holden. Junior, number 20, Aubrey Malou. And sophomore, number 21, Blake Jeske. Our Bulldogs are coached by Denise Jeske and assisted by Austin Sandoff and Isaiah Butcher. And Schmidt. Just one more reminder at the first.
And there's your starting lineups for tonight's game. We have for the Vikings the usual five of Bovey, Hurlbert, Shipman, Sikora, and Hajdukovic. Hajdukovic will be jumping center. And for the Boyceville Bulldogs, Talmadge, Engelman, Holden, Moline, and Jeske. And stepping into the center circle for them is Chelsea Holden. The official steps in. Ball goes up and tipped and controlled by the Vikings. And they get it to Bovey, who brings it up across the timeline. She moves over to her right. She's high, wide, and right. Feeds it down to the right wing, in towards the lane to Hurlbert, who gets it to Bovey, fights her way towards the lane. No basket, foul on the floor. And the foul is going to be on, I believe, Chelsea Holden, and it is. It's the first foul on anybody. Pass comes in to Hajdukovic, and she's in the lane. Puts up an 8-footer, and it's good. Vikings draw first blood, 2-0. Down the floor, Holden has the ball. She gets it out to Moline. Then over to the near side, that's Talmadge. Down to Engelman. Back out high, that's Jeske. Takes it in the lane, puts it up, and puts it in. Blake Jeske ties the game up. Bovey with it, being guarded closely by Holden. She makes a move, takes it into the lane, tries to go up with it. We get a foul on the floor, a blocking foul against the Bulldogs, and that foul is going to be on Brooklyn Talmadge. Her first second team foul. Sikora gets the ball into Bovey. She lost the handle, found it back again, and the ball got knocked out of bounds by Aubrey Moline. Bulldogs are getting right in the face of the Vikings. Shipman gets it into Bovey. She takes it out high between the circles. Feeds it over to the left side to Sikora. Takes it down the left side of the lane, puts it up. No! Rebound taken down by Jeske. Down the floor they come. She gets it over to Moline. And pass underneath gets taken away by Hurlbert. And the Vikings come back. Bovey on the right side of the lane, turns, gets it back out to Shipman, puts up the three. She hit the three! Sierra Shipman with a three-pointer. And the Bulldogs trying to get through some full-court pressure by the Vikings. They get it over to Talmadge. She stops in the lane, puts it up, rims around and off. Bovey with the rebound. She's got pressure. She takes it up across the timeline. Puts up the shot, it's short. And rebound by Jeske. Jeske brings it herself to the left elbow, goes into the lane, spins, puts the shot up, it rolls off. No, Hajdukovic with the rebound. Feeds it over to Sikora. Sikora at the top of the key, tries to go into the lane, ball got tipped away, and the Bulldogs come right back. Jeske feeds it over to Engelman. Engelman between the circles, gets it over to Holden on the left side. Takes it to the free throw line, over to the right side to Jeske. Shot goes up, it's good. Three-pointer, ties the game up. We're all even at 5. Shipman bringing the ball down the floor. Gets it to Hurlbert, she puts up a three. Off the rim, no good. And coming down the floor is Jeske for the Boyceville Bulldogs. She gets it over to Engelman, takes it around into the lane, puts it up, no. Rebound taken down by Hurlbert, long lead pass to Bovey, solo flight, puts it up, puts it in. Vikings back on top, 7-5. Pass comes into Jeske, then over to the left side to Engelman, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound, hauled down, shot goes up, it's no good. That was by Moline, but we get a foul on Shipman.
Her first.
And the first team foul on the Vikings. Vikings are going to get a few subs coming in. First shot is up. That one's good by Aubrey Moline. And coming in for the Vikings is Alexa Widener and Lyric Nichols, along with Addie Acker. Second shot on the way. That's also good. So we're tied again at 7. Pass comes into Nichols. Across the timeline. Between the circles. Does a little shake and bake. Feeds it down underneath. Shot goes up and good by Bryn Sikora. Vikings back on top. They're putting some full court pressure. Bulldogs break it. Feed it down underneath to Holden. Ball gets tipped back out to Talmadge, and then they swing it around to the left side. Engelman has it, feeds it down underneath, but the pass is intercepted by Widener. She gets it ahead. That's Bovey. High, wide, and right. Out to Sikora. Sikora takes it into the lane, puts it up. About a 14-footer, and it's good. 11-7, Vikings up by 4. Talmadge comes down the floor, feeds it to Jeske. Jeske lays it up, no good. Rebound taken down by Acker, and we have a battle going on down there. Ball gets taken away by Engelman, and the shot's no good. Rebound by Acker again, and the Vikings come down the floor. Widener pumps one from 3, no, and coming away with it is Jeske. Jeske come down across the timeline. Top of the key, gets it over to Talmadge on the left side. Talmadge back out to Holden, over to Jeske on the near side. Free throw line extended. Then out to Engelman, and then to Holden. Back to Talmadge, over to Moline. Moline to Jeske from 3, shots no good. Widener with the rebound. To Bovey. Bovey coming down the floor, tries to take it in the lane, lost the handle, but picked it back up. Shot's no good. Rebound taken down by, well, they get it over to Bovey. He puts up the three, no. And rebound taken down by the Bulldogs. They get it down in the corner to Chelsea Holden, then out to Talmadge. Shots up, no good. Rebound taken down by Nichols.
Got good box out by Nichols.
Bovey with the ball across the timeline. Over to the right side to Acker. Acker back out high to Sikora. To Widener. Ball got tipped away. Coming through is Moline. She takes it down. She lays it up. She puts it in. 11-9, Vikings on top. Pass comes into Nichols. Quickly across the timeline. Gets it over to Widener, out to Sikora. To Bovey on the right side. That's Acker with it. She gets it out to Widener. Bounce pass to Nichols. Getting harassed out there by Engelman. Nichols takes it to the free throw line, tries to go into the lane. Ball got knocked loose. And here come the Bulldogs, but the Vikings knock it loose. Bulldogs pick it up. And going up for the shot is Talmadge, but she got fouled by Widener. Nope, check that. That's Acker with the foul. It's her second team foul on the Vikings. And it's going to send Brooklyn Talmadge to the line for two. First shot's up and good. Hajdukovic, Hurlbert, and Shipman are checking back in for the Vikings. Shots up. That one's good. So we're tied at 11 with 11:26 to go in the first half. Vikings coming down the floor. Nichols on the dribble. Feeds it over to the right side to Sikora. Sikora stops. Feeds it to Hajdukovic. Gets it back out high to Shipman. Puts up the three. She hit the three. Sierra Shipman with a three.
6 points for her.
All on threes, I believe.
Yep.
And the shot goes up and is blocked that time mostly by Hurlbert. And the three-point shot is good. That was by Blake Jeske, I believe.
Yeah, she has 8 points.
And the Vikings bring the ball down the floor. Shipman on the dribble, gets it over to Sikora. Sikora over just slightly to the right of center. To Hajdukovic, to Hurlbert. To Nichols. Over to Sikora, over on the right side, drives the right baseline, puts it up, puts it in. Vikings back on top. Talmadge with the ball, feeds it across the lane, now out to Jeske, three-pointer on the way, overshot everything, and Sikora with the rebound. She's double-teamed down along the baseline, and we're going to get a timeout called by the Vikings. And so with a timeout on the floor, Vikings on top 16-14. You're tuned to Viking basketball on NLWN-TV.
Midwest Environmental Consultants, your partner and guide. From soil testing to landscapes, they cover it all. Lawn care and beauty, they're ready to call. With expertise in the ground, they'll analyze what's there. Call 608-468-2067 and let's get started. You deserve the best.
Banking that works better for you. Dairy State Bank has everything from free checking to money market accounts. Bank on the go with mobile banking and other e-services like mobile deposit and bill pay, while still enjoying personal customer service whenever you need it. We're a community bank. We're your neighbors, committed to building a stronger community. Visit DairyStateBank.com today.
And we're back here at Boyceville High School. Want to remind you, we have girls basketball coming up on Monday night when the Viking girls will play host to the Fall Creek Crickets in a non-conference game. Viking pregame starts at 6:45, followed by the play-by-play action. That's the Viking girls as they take on the Fall Creek Crickets on Monday night. Right here on NLWN-TV. Vikings to inbound the ball. Full court pressure being put on by the Bulldogs. And the pass comes in to Shipman, and we're going to get a blocking foul called on the Bulldogs.
Oh, it's going to be a number 10.
So the Vikings will inbound it again. That's the second foul on Talmadge, third foul on the Bulldogs. Jeske checking in for Talmadge. Sikora looking to inbound it. Nobody there. Gets it into Hajdukovic, who hands it off to Shipman. Out to Hurlbert, to Sikora, to Shipman. And she hit the three again. That's 3 of them for her. 18-14, we took a little trip over to Boyceville. Well, it's not on the mighty Mississippi. And the ball gets knocked away by Nichols, and it goes over to Shipman, and back to Nichols. Vikings have it back. Nichols tries to feed it to Sikora, but stepping in and stealing it was Jeske. She takes it to the hole. It's out of bounds, and went off of Nichols. Lyric Nichols did a nice job that time of blocking the path to the hoop. And the pass finally comes in to Jeske. She drives into the lane, puts it up, partially blocked. It's Shipman with the rebound. Down the left side of the floor, gets it out to Sikora. Sikora feeds it to Nichols. It went off her leg, but picked up by Sikora. To Shipman, who tries to drive through traffic, and the ball got stripped away. Jeske with it on the right side, gets it over to Moline, puts the shot up from just inside the free throw line, no good. Put back is no good. Rebound, and the Vikings call timeout as the rebound was by Sikora, and the fans from Boyceville thought that should be traveling. And you know what? They're probably right.
Yeah, there was a little slide there, but I don't think they're saying that there was control of the ball.
So we'll take one as well on NLWN-TV.
Bridges of tomorrow standing proud and tall for pedestrians and bicycles welcoming home. Snowmobiles racing under the winter's bright sky. Anderson Bridges, where dreams never die. A heart that's sincere, building pathways to the future, year after year.
Vikings inbound the ball after that timeout. While we were at that break, Dan, you made a comment. That's probably a timeout that Coach Serrar didn't want to have to burn.
Yeah, but a good timeout, though. Keep control of the ball.
Sikora with it. Gets it over to Bovey, puts it up no good off the front of the iron, and coming away with it are the Bulldogs. Jeske with it, having a hard time handling it herself, but now she's got it at the top of the key. Feeds it over to the right side. That's Lunderville, and she gets it over to Moline, down in the left corner, back out to Lunderville, and then over to Engelman. Engelman between the circles. Feeds it over to the right side to Jeske. Jeske takes it to the free throw line. Gets it back out to Holden. Holden to Lunderville, to Holden, to Lunderville. And then to Engelman. Back out high. Jeske high, wide, and right.
Colfax in man.
Back between the circles. Takes it to the left side. Feeds it underneath. That was to Engelman. Put the shot up. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Nichols. And Vikings bring the ball down the floor. Nichols takes it right down the lane, lays it up, and it goes in. Lyric Nichols doing an Olympics-worthy slalom run there to get it to the hole. And we're going to get a whistle, and
we're going to go to foul number 12 for Colfax.
Bovey with the foul. It would not have qualified for pass interference in football because they were both going for the ball.
Yeah, and it was right on the sideline. It almost could have been out of bounds.
Pass comes into Jeske, then over to Moline, and we get an offensive foul being called on Talmadge.
That's going to be her third.
That's a big foul. She is one of the keys to the cog, or one of the cog to the machine, or whatever.
Yeah, she gave just a little bit of hip check.
Got to get my metaphor straight here. Vikings with the ball, long lead, pass down the floor, and got to Shipman, but she took an extra step to try, and she was too deep when she caught it, and she tried to stop and put on the brakes and took an extra step.
Through that like 3/4 of the court.
Ball's coming down the floor. Chelsea Holden tries to put a block by Hajdukovic. Moline with it at the top of the key. Gets it over to Engelman. Engelman back out high. That's Oberle. And then down in the corner to Jeske. Shots up off the backboard, no good. And coming down the floor is Sikora. She takes it down to the baseline, feeds it to Hajdukovic, and she tries to put it up. Got fouled.
We got a foul number.
It's going to be on Jeske, I believe.
Yep, 21.
That should be her fifth foul on the Bulldogs.
Colfax trying to get out in transition and get some quick points.
Hajdukovic's shot is up, rattles around, but goes down. Sikora takes a rest on the bench as Widener comes in for her, and Acker also comes in for Nichols. Second shot on the way. That one's off the back there, no good, but rebound being fought for on the floor, and we have a timeout called by the Bulldogs this time. And we have the Vikings on top, 22-14, 6:44 remaining. And with a timeout on the floor, you're tuned to Viking basketball on NLWN-TV.
Banking that works better for you. Dairy State Bank has everything from free checking to money market accounts. Bank on the go with mobile banking and other e-services like mobile deposit and bill pay, while still enjoying personal customer service whenever you need it. We're a community bank. We're your neighbors, committed to building a stronger community. Visit dairystatebank.com today.
Back here at Boyceville High School, the Bulldogs to inbound the ball under their own basket. They get it in, ball gets tipped away by Hajdukovic. It gets knocked out of bounds off of Hajdukovic. But good hustle by Clara Hajdukovic to prevent a clean inbound pass. Vikings with full court pressure on. And we're going to get a blocking foul on Shipman. She kind of gave Jeske some encouragement to get out of bounds. And checking in for the Vikings is Bryn Sikora. That's the second foul on Shipman. Fourth team foul on the Vikings. Pass comes into Jeske. Back to Moline. Moline brings it down the floor, being guarded by Bovey. She gets it across the timeline, turns, gets it back over to the right side to Jeske. Jeske takes it into the lane, puts a shot up, and she was blocked by Hajdukovic. And down the floor come the Vikings cross-court pass to Widener. Widener feeds it into Hajdukovic. Ball gets tipped away, but the Vikings get it back. Bovey with it, feeds it over to the right side to Sikora. Back out high to Hajdukovic. To Widener, to Acker, and then to Sikora. On the right side, she spins. Ball got knocked loose, but she picked it back up. Feeds it to Hajdukovic underneath, overlaid it, Ball gets loose, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul on Hajdukovic. She knew it as soon as she did it, too.
Yeah, she just stuck her arm in there, tried to get the steal, and drew a foul.
That's the first foul on Clara Hajdukovic. 5th-team foul. Both teams have 5 team fouls. Engelman with the ball. Feeds it down the floor, or check that was Moline, that Jeske, and then it's over to Holden. Holden puts it up and in. 22-16. Vikings by 6. Acker with it. Gets it over to Bovey. Bovey brings it down the floor across the timeline. Turns. Takes it between the circles. Feeds it over to the right side. Hajdukovic has it on the right wing. To Widener. Back out to Bovey. Then to Sikora on the left side. Back out to the top of the key to Acker. Then to Widener. Widener to the free throw line to Bovey on the right side. She turns, gets it back out to Widener. Widener into the lane. Bounce pass into Hajdukovic. Sends it back out to Sikora. Her shot's no good. And the Bulldogs come down the floor. They try to feed it down underneath. It went off the Vikings. That was Oberle on the dribble. And we have some subs coming in for both teams. Lunderville checking in for the Bulldogs, and for the Vikings, it's Shipman and Nichols coming in. Pass comes in, and the Bulldogs have it. Lunderville has it, feeds it down into the lane to Jeske, turns, puts it up. It doesn't go, but she got fouled. I think it's on Widener.
32.
Alexa Widener, who will be our halftime Viking profile guest today. Alexa Widener. And the first shot is up. It's off the back of the air, no good. And checking in is Emma Harvey for the Bulldogs. Second shot is up. Off the back of the air, no good. Rebound taken down by the Bulldogs. That's Holden with it. But then it's taken away by the Vikings. Long lead pass to Bovey. She lays it up. She doesn't get it to fall. Shipman tried to go back up with it. It was blocked. Bovey tries to go up. It's no good. And coming away with it is Holden for the Bulldogs. Lunderville gets it over to Jeske. Over on the left side. Then they get it back over to the right side. This is Engelman. And gets it back to Lunderville on the right side of the lane. Ball got knocked loose, and we're going to get a foul.
Foul's going to be 20. Oh, 32. 32.
Widener. And checking in for Widener is Clara Hajdukovic. Lunderville at the line for 2. First one's up. Actually, this is a 1-and-1 because that was a 7th foul on the Vikings. So the first shot was good. Second shot on the way. That one's no good. Rebound by Sikora. She feeds it over to Bovey. Bovey across the timeline, feeds it over to Hajdukovic, then to Nichols on the left side. Down underneath to Hajdukovic. Ball got knocked loose, and stepping out of bounds and touching it was Jeske. So the Vikings will maintain possession. 3:46 to go in the half. Vikings on top by 5. Engelman checks back in for the Bulldogs as Chelsea Holden has a seat. Ball comes into Hajdukovic. She feeds it underneath the Sikora shot. It's no good. And the rebound comes down to the Bulldogs. Jeske comes down across the timeline, top of the key. Gets it over, three-pointer on the way by Molina's no good, and the Vikings come away with it. Nichols on the dribble, gets it over to Bovey. On the left side, Shipman puts up the three, and it bounces high off the iron and off the strap that holds the backboard, and that's out of bounds.
Yeah, both teams right now are getting a little tired, hands on the hips. Yeah, that shot was maybe a little quick.
Well, the pace has been kind of frenetic
Yeah.
this first half. And the ball went off the knee, and now the official corrected himself. He at first awarded it to Boyceville, but it went off the Boyceville knee and out of bounds.
Yeah, good job by Sierra Shipman to create a turnover.
Shipman will inbound the ball. High pass to Nichols on the right side. They get it over to Sikora. She's on the right wing. Gets it out to Hajdukovic, swings it over to the left side to Shipman, to Bovey, three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound by Shipman, puts it up, and she got fouled on the way up.
Yeah, good job by Sierra Shipman to crash the boards and go to the line for two.
The foul is on Emma Harvey. It's her first, sixth team foul on the Bulldogs. First shot is up and good by Sierra Shipman. Second shot is up. It's good. And coming into the Viking lineup is Layla Hurlbert as Shipman gets a break.
Colfax is 3 for 4 from the line here in the first half.
Bulldogs bringing the ball down the floor. This is Moline on the dribble across the timeline. Feeds it over to the left side. That's Harvey. And then gets it over to Engelman on the right side. Tries to feed it into the lane to Lunderville. Lunderville takes it down the left side of the lane. Hands it off. Shot goes up and in by Jeske. Nichols with the ball for the Vikings.
Jeske with 10 points.
Vikings up by 5. Nichols feeds it underneath. Shot goes up. It's no good. Rebound taken out of there by the Bulldogs. Lunderville gets it out, and three-pointer. That was by Aubrey Moline.
She has 7 points.
Cuts the Viking lead to 2. Nichols with the ball. Takes it across the timeline over to the right side. Now feeds it over to the left side to Hurlbert. Puts up the three. No! Rebound. Battled for out of bounds. Last touch by the Bulldogs. Under 2 minutes to go. Shipman checks back in for Bovey. Nichols, long pass in to Hurlbert. Gets it out to Hajdukovic, but missed her target. And the ball goes over to the Bulldogs. Minute 49 to go in the half. Engelman with the ball. Feeds it over to the left side. That's Oberly. Back over to Holden, and then down in the corner to Moline. Moline back out high to Oberly. Oberly back to Moline. And then into the lane, back out to Jeske. Drives towards the lane, gets it out to Moline. Moline over to the left side to Engelman. Then down in the corner and back out to Jeske. Over to Oberly, and then to Engelman. Engelman dribbles it back out high on the left side. Moline has it now, top of the key, over to the right side to Holden. Into the lane, turnaround jumper. No, it won't go in. Rebound taken down by Sikora. That shot was by Jeske. Sikora takes it into the lane, feeds it back out to Nichols. She takes it over towards the lane. Gets it out to Hurlbert, puts up a three. Rims around, no good. Nichols, and we're going to get a jump ball. Nichols is very close to getting the rebound, but they both had their hands on it. And the ball comes into Jeske as she brings it across the timeline. Dan, we may have a barn burner here tonight.
Yeah, good comeback here by the Boyceville Bulldogs.
Moline with the ball. Feeds it over to the right side to Engelman. Into the lane to Jeske. Turnaround jumper is no good, but she got fouled.
I think the foul's going to be a 34 for... Oh, no, it's not. I think it's 44. No, it is 34.
It's on Sikora. I was going to say, Hajdukovic wasn't anywhere near it when it happened, and so...
Her first.
8th foul on the Vikings. First shot by Jeske is good. Blake Jeske, the sophomore, at the line. Second shot is up. It's good.
Blake Jeske has 12 points here in the first half.
Ball comes in to Bovey. Or check that, that's Shipman. Feeds it back over to Sikora. On the right side to Shipman. Now between the circles to Nichols. Nichols to Sikora on the right. And then to Shipman. Gets it to Nichols. We're tied with 8 seconds to go. Nichols lays it up, puts it in.
Yeah, good cut there by Lyric Nichols.
And the shot goes up, it's off the glass, it's no good, and we have reached halftime here in Boyceville with the score, Vikings 26, Boyceville Bulldogs 24. Coming up, we'll have Viking halftime, and we will have a chance to talk with Alexa Widener, and that's all coming up right after this on NLWN-TV.
Elmo's daddy taught him that when he has a big feeling like being frustrated, humming a song can help you feel better. We all have big feelings, and we are all here for one another. Love your mind.
Time now for Viking Halftime, with today's Viking profile and other halftime entertainment. That's coming up right after this.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, we love you always.
Everything I do.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Time now for Viking Profile, where we take a closer look at one of the Colfax Viking players. And now, Viking Profile.
Today on Viking Profile, we're talking with Alexa Widener, and you are a sophomore here at Colfax High School. And we know that you play basketball, but are you involved in any other activities here at school?
Volleyball and softball.
Okay. And when did you start playing basketball, and what kind of an experience have you had?
3rd grade. I've had a lot of experiences.
Okay. Good ones?
Yeah.
Okay. And so what's the most important thing that you've learned from playing basketball?
Teamwork and teammates are probably the most important thing than individual goals. I would say team goals are better than individual goals.
Yes, they are, but you still have to have some of those individual goals to push yourself, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when you're not playing basketball or you're not here at school, what are some other things that keep you interested or occupied?
I like hunting and fishing, and I like hanging out with friends and family.
Okay. All right, here's our signature questions. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Ice cream.
What kind?
Strawberry.
Oh, good choice. It's always refreshing, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Burger, brat, or hot dogs?
Hot dogs.
And what do you want on that dog?
Nothing. Plain.
Just a plain dog. Okay. Your favorite color and why?
Light blue. I've always chose light blue for things.
You know what? There isn't a better reason than just because you like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you could have a superpower, what do you think that might be and why?
Read people's minds.
Okay, now, if you had the ability to read someone's mind, you have to have a superhero name to go with that. So what's Alexa's superhero name?
Alexa, the great mind reader.
Boy, that tells it like it is, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, your favorite NBA or WNBA team?
Don't really have one.
Okay, do you have a favorite collegiate team?
No.
Okay, that's all right. If you could sit down and pick the brain of any sports personality from any time in history, any sport, who would that be and why?
Probably, I'd do Paige Beckers.
Okay. Is there something about Paige's game that you'd want to talk to her about?
I like the way how she she thinks really quickly, and she's just fast with everything.
Okay. All right. We're talking with Alexa Widener on Viking Profile. And Alexa, what are your plans for after high school? I know you're only a sophomore, so this could change.
Yeah. Currently I'm taking pilot lessons, so I'll be a pilot.
Oh, fun. And I noticed you didn't want your superhero or superpower to be flying because you're going to do that anyway.
Yep.
Okay. How about a shout out to the family?
Hey, family.
Okay. And when people come to watch Viking games, where are we going to find you on the floor?
Where?
Yeah, we're on the floor.
Post.
Okay. All right. We want to thank Alexa Widener for joining us today on Viking Profile. Coming up next, more Viking Halftime.
You've been listening to Viking Profile. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Love is a lesson that doesn't end. It knows no conditions, so you better buckle in. Love keeps you on your toes. It never stops, only grows. Love isn't easy, it's a commitment, especially when they're being their most resistant. Love is finding the right seat so you can take a breath. But remember, love isn't lax, it always double checks. Check that your kids are in the right seat at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
You've been tuned to Viking Halftime. Stay tuned. Coming up next is second half action of today's Viking basketball game.
And welcome back to Boyceville High School. They had an extended halftime today as part of the 15th annual Coaches versus Cancer event, including a beanbag toss with about 6 different prizes. Dan had his eye on 2 of them.
Yeah.
And about the only thing he got was plunking a kid in the side of the head when he threw his beanbag.
That would be my luck.
And then they had a 3-point shooting contest, and they had a huge crowd on the floor for that. And anyway, it pushed everything back for a little while, so the teams are out warming up. Vikings on top by 2, 26-24. Dan, tell us how we got there.
Yeah, here's the scores right now for the Boyceville Bulldogs. Brooklyn Talmadge has 2 points. We have Chelsea Holden with 2. We have Audrey Moline with 7. Blake Jeske has 12. And Sydney Lenderville has 1. For the Colfax Vikings, their leader right now is number 30, Sierra Shipman. She has 11 points. We got Jordan Bowie with 2. We have Lyric Nichols with 4. We have Bryn Sikora with 6. And Claire Hajdukovic has 3. 26-24, Colfax leads.
Yeah, Jordan Bovey just a little off on her shooting tonight because she's had some of her patented shots, but she just can't get anything to fall right now. But look out. She's liable to just catch fire in the second half.
Yeah, and good job by the Boyceville Bulldogs. You know, they put a little pressure on, a little full court press, and didn't let Colfax get into their half court set as well. And it took, probably half that first half to get into that, break out and get in their half court set. And then Colfax just had enough to hold on to the lead.
So we are getting ready to start the second half. Possession arrow in favor of the Vikings. And the Vikings will be moving from left to right in the second half. Vikings, of course, clad in their red uniforms with white numerals and trim. Bulldogs in their white with purple numerals and trim. This definitely is a rivalry game, but it's a friendly rivalry between Boyceville and Colfax. Vikings have the ball over on the left side. Hurlbert gets it out to Hajdukovic at the top of the key. Feeds it into the lane to Sikora. Turnaround jumper won't go in. Rebound tapped around and coming out of there for the Bulldogs is Talmadge. Talmadge down the right side. Gets it over to Engelman. Down to Talmadge in the corner. Back out to Engelman. Pass across to Jeske. Jeske down to Holden. Holden drives the baseline. Gets it over to Engelman. Puts up the 3. No. Rebound chased down and gathered in by Shipman. Shipman brings it down the floor for the Vikings. She's at the top of the key. Feeds it over to Bovey. Lays it up. It won't go in. And Jeske with the rebound. Almost looks like she's forcing the ball a little bit. And Jeske trying to put the shot up. Or check that. That wasn't Jeske. That was Engelman. And she got fouled by Sikora.
44.
Oh, no. It's by Hajdukovic.
Yeah, they had 34 up, and then they switched to 44.
And that's her second foul. First foul on the Vikings. Engelman at the line. First shot's up and good. And the second shot is on the way. That one's also good, so we're tied at 26. Vikings inbound the ball. Bovey with it. Feeds it over to Hajdukovic. Tries to get it back to Bovey on the give and go, but Couple Bulldogs in the way. They get it over to Moline, takes it into the lane, puts it up, puts it in, and the Bulldogs have their first lead of the night.
Yeah, the Bulldogs are looking to attack the rim right now.
Bovey with the ball, gets it over to Hurlbert. Hurlbert has the ball taken away from her by Moline. She takes it down, puts it up, puts it in. 30-26, long pass to Hajdukovic. It's out of her reach, and the Bulldogs will get the ball, and nobody touched it, so it's going to go back down to the other end.
Right, because nobody touched it. Yeah, a little pressure here by the Bulldogs in the first half, or second half.
Ball comes in to Engelman. And we're going to get a blocking foul on Sikora. That's her second foul. Second team foul. Moline looking to inbound, gets it in to Talmadge. Then they swing it around to the near side to Holden, feeds it into the lane to Jeske. Ball got knocked loose, and we're going to get a whistle and a travel call on Jeske.
Yeah, good job by Sierra Shipman. She's on the paint and just held her ground.
And Jeske had to shuffle her feet a little bit, and that's a travel. Bovey with the ball, being guarded there by Holden. Bovey across the timeline, feeds it over to Shipman. Shipman takes it out high. Ball gets tapped loose. That Moline gets her hands in there quickly, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul on Moline.
Yeah, Colfax right now has to make sure they take care of the ball. There's good pressure here by the Bulldogs.
They are scrappy. Bovey looking to inbound. Gets it into Sikora over on the left corner. She drives the baseline, puts the shot up. It's off the back of the iron, no good. And Engelman comes away with it. Feeds it down to Talmadge on the right wing. Back out to Engelman. Engelman with a three-pointer, in and out, no good. Bovey with the rebound. She brings it through the center circle. Over to the left side. That's Hurlbert. Gets it to Hajdukovic, but it got tapped away. Sikora picks it up, puts the shot up, and it finally takes the lid off the basket. 30-28, Vikings trailing by 2, 15-10 to go. Shot goes up, three-pointer, no good by Talmadge, and the Vikings come away with it. Sikora drives the lane, puts it up, it won't go, but the rebound chased down by Hurlbert. Out to Shipman, she puts up the three, it doesn't go. And the rebound by Engelman, and the Bulldogs come back down the floor. Jeske with it. Feeds it over to the right side to Moline. Back over to Talmadge. On the left, down in the corner. Three-point shot is good by Engelman.
Ellie Engelman has 5 points.
Down the floor come the Vikings. And taking the ball away are the Bulldogs. And we have a travel call.
Yeah, Colfax has to remember when they come down on offense, Boyceville's looking to pressure. They got to make sure they keep talking so they can get these extra turnovers.
By the way, in the first half, during one of the full timeouts, they had a dash for cash where they had students running through the bleachers with buckets to try to get cash for the American Cancer Society. There's a whistle and a foul on Brooklyn Talmadge.
Yeah, that'll be her fourth.
And in the 1 minute timeout that they took, they raised $876 for the American Cancer Society. Bovey with the ball between the circles for the Vikings. To Acker. Acker on the right wing. Gets it out high to Sikora. She backs out. Feeds it over to the left side to Nichols. Nichols takes it to the right side. She's on the right wing, feeds it into the lane to Bovey. Bovey brings it back out high. Over to Acker on the left. Back over to Nichols on the right to the free throw line. Over to Widener, puts up the three. It's off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound taken down by Brooklyn Talmadge. Long lead pass down the floor to Moline. Takes it, puts it up, puts it in. Aubrey Moline with the hot hand this half.
13 points for her.
Shot by Nichols, three! And we have a timeout being called by the Vikings. And you are tuned to Viking basketball on NLWN-TV.
Get in touch with the roots of the Chippewa Valley at the Chippewa Valley Museum, located in Eau Claire's Carson Park, with a mission of connecting people to their community and inspire curiosity. From reinventing the Chippewa Valley, a century of change in farm life, the Farmhouse Theater, along with the Wisconsin Logging Museum and Logging Camp. Also, the Chippewa Valley Museum features special temporary exhibits and traveling exhibits, as well as web exhibits. The Chippewa Valley Museum is open Tuesdays through Saturdays. Call for more information at 715-834-7871.
And let me remind you that coming up at the Chippewa Valley Museum on February 28th, that's the end of the month, only a couple weeks away, the annual Folk Arts Festival. You can get yourself tattooed. Yes, they will have live tattooing right there. You can learn about sourdough bread making. There's some wood turners that are going to be there. There's music with a Grammy-nominated artist, and that all happens in one afternoon at the Chippewa Valley Museum. Call the museum for more information, 715-834-7871. That's 834-7871. Bulldogs with the ball. They have a 4-point lead on the Vikings. Jeske brings it down the floor. She feeds it over to Harvey. Gets it back to Moline on the left side. Down into the right corner, and Jeske has it. She's on the right wing. Gets it out to Lunderville. Lunderville takes it down to the left side of the lane, feeds it over to Holden. From the elbow, Jeske's shot is no good, and rebound chased down by Lunderville. Gets it over to Jeske on the right side. Back out high to Moline. Moline over to Harvey. Then down underneath to Jeske, and they got tied up. Jump ball being called. Addie Acker getting her hands on the ball and forcing the jump ball. Bulldogs to inbound the ball. They get it in to Harvey. Then to Lunderville between the circles. Takes it over to the right side. Tries to feed it down low. Gets it down low. Shot goes up by Holden, but she got fouled.
Foul's going to be on 34 for Colfax, I would guess.
And yes, it is. And that's her third. First shot going up is good by Chelsea Holden. Checking in for the Vikings, Hajdukovic and Shipman. Coming in for Widener and Sikora. Holden's second shot is on the way, and that's good. 37-31, 6-point lead for the Bulldogs. Nichols with the ball, and it got taken away by Jeske and tipped out of bounds by Nichols.
Yeah, good job by Lyric Nichols to get back. She lost the ball down at this end, but she got back and played defense.
And didn't panic.
And didn't
commit a foul, which is a real common thing. Ball comes into Holden. She puts it up no good. Rebound taken down by the Vikings. Pass was heading over to Bovey, but she got collided with by Jeske, and the foul is on Jeske. That's her third team foul on the Bulldogs.
Full court press here by the Bulldogs.
And the pass comes in to Nichols. She dribbles, takes it across the timeline, down the right side, into the lane, tries to feed it over to Hajdukovic. Taps it out to Acker, to Shipman, drives into the lane, puts it up off the back of the air, no good. Rebound taken down by the Bulldogs. Down the floor comes Moline. Moline from just outside the arc. Gets it over to Harvey. And
yeah, Aubrey Moline cut and turnover by Bulldogs.
So the Vikings with the ball. Bovey with it. Takes it right into the lane. Tries to go up with it. Drew the foul. I think it's going to be on Lunderville. Well, maybe not. It's not. It's on Chelsea Holden, and it's her second. Fourth team foul on the Bulldogs. First shot by Bovey. Front of the iron, no good. She is just not hitting anything tonight.
Yeah, you know, it's hard to say.
Some nights are like that.
And they just played last night, you know?
Yeah.
And it was a tough game last night.
Second shot on the way. That one falls off, no good. Down the floor come the Bulldogs. Lunderville has it on the left side, takes it to the free throw line to Jeske. Then it's over to Engelman at the top of the key. Over to Moline on the right. She's high, wide, and right. Takes it to the right wing. Gets bottled up there, gets it out to Engelman. Engelman over to Jeske. Jeske at the top of the key. Hands it off, and they get it over to Engelman. Drives down to the baseline, back to Jeske. Puts it up, no good. Rebound, put back up and in, not in. And the Vikings with the ball. That shot was by Lunderville. Nichols with the ball. Or check that, that's Socorro with the ball. To Shipman. Ball got tapped loose. Shipman gets it to Bovey. Out to Nichols, three-pointer, no. Hajdukovic with the putback, and she got fouled. I think it might be on Jeske. I'm not sure. Wait to see who they...
14? 14.
Oh, they went Chelsea Holden again, and that's her third. And the free throw is no good. I think you might be onto something, Dan. That game last night took a lot of starch out of the Vikings, and the shooting is a struggle tonight.
Yeah, you know, this last 2 weeks has been a grind for both boys and girls. A lot of games.
Second shot on the way. That one rattles in and out, no good. Rebound and getting pushed out of bounds by Jeske is Socorro. She grabbed the ball. Jeske ran into her from behind and made her go flying out of bounds.
That's her third foul.
And the sixth team foul. That means from this point on, the Vikings will be in the bonus. Hajdukovic puts a bunny shot up. It doesn't go. Rebound chased down by the Vikings. Nichols with the ball. Takes it into the lane, lays it up. That one goes in.
Yeah, nice little crossover dribble by Lyric Nichols.
Vikings trail by 4 with 10:17 to go. Moline gets it over to Engelman. Back to Moline between the circles. Takes it over to the left side to Lunderville. Takes it into the lane. Then back out to the wing. Shot goes up that time by Oberle. Is no good. Oberle chases the loose ball down. Gets it to Moline. Moline spins in the lane. Shot gets blocked. Rebound saved in by the Bulldogs, and the shot goes up and in by Aubrey Moline. And we get a foul being called on Lunderville as Bovey was trying to drive down the left side. That should put the Vikings to the line for the 1-and-1. Jordan Bovey, first shot is off the iron, no good. And down the floor come the Bulldogs. They feed it over to the top of the key, then to Moline on the right side. Back out high to Jeske. Back to Lunderville. Then the high pass goes out of bounds. That was intended for Oberle. You know, Dan, both of these teams played last night.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this one, you know, you got to sub in a lot of girls and keep fresh legs out there right now.
And the Vikings have the ball. Shipman gets it over to Bovey on the left side. She takes it to the top of the key to Nichols. Nichols takes it over to the left side, hands it off to Shipman. Then down to Sikora, puts up the shot, no good. Hajdukovic trying to get a hold of the ball. And finally the loose ball gets chased down, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. I think it's going to be on Nichols for a single leg takedown, I think.
Right, yeah. Yeah, Boyceville just kind of stepped over and tripped, and Colfax gets the foul.
That's the first foul on Nichols. And the inbound pass gets tapped out of bounds by Sikora. So we'll try it again. Aubrey Moline to inbound the ball. Gets it in to Holden and then back to Moline. Being guarded by Bovey. She takes it across the timeline. Feeds it over to the right side to Engelman. Engelman back out to Lunderville between the circles. Then over to Oberle. Over to the left side now to Moline. Moline down the left side of the lane, puts the shot up, it rims out, no good. Bovey with it. She takes it down the floor and lost her footing. Ball's loose on the floor. Vikings get it off, and Shipman with the three, and she got it. 39-36. Down the floor come the Bulldogs. Oberle with it. Tries to feed it, and the Vikings get it. Lead pass out to Shipman. Pulls up outside the arch. Feeds it into Sikora. Spins, puts it up. Rims around, won't go down. And the timeout being called by the Bulldogs. So with a timeout on the floor, you're tuned to Viking basketball on NLWN-TV.
Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax has just what you need when you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it. Mom's is open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily and until 9 on Fridays with a complete breakfast menu. Lunch includes sandwiches, salads, wraps, and burgers, along with Mom's comfort food favorites, and don't forget dinner on Fridays with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee always hot, the breakfast always delicious, and lunch puts a smile on your face. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax.
Menominee Eye and Optical can help you see the world for the beautiful place it is. Doctors Nicholas and Marianne Comro provide comprehensive and emergency eye care for all, including pediatric and special needs patients. Whether it's examination for glasses to cataract or LASIK care, or diagnosis and management of macular degeneration, and so much more. In addition, Menominee Eye and Optical's experienced opticians will help guide you to the highest quality eyewear for the best value. That's Menominee Eye and Optical, 520 Wilson Avenue in Menominee, where they specialize in quality personalized care for you and your family.
And I just had a visit yesterday with Dr. Marianne Comro. Had my annual eye exam. And everything is looking good. All puns intended there.
You can still see the drive.
I can. Bulldogs with the ball. They have it in the right corner. Get it out to Jeske on the right wing. Cross-court pass over to Engelman. Then it's over to Holden. She's on the right side. Back out between the circles to Oberle. They get it over to Jeske, then down into the corner to Engelman, who drives the baseline. Ball goes rolling over to Holden, puts up the shot. It's no good. Vikings come away with the rebound. Nichols with it. Feeds it over to Sikora. Vikings trailing by 3. Shipman takes it into the lane to Hajdukovic. Shot comes up short. And coming away with it is Moline. Moline gets it out to Engelman. To Jeske at the top of the key. Over to Moline on the right side. Moline takes it over to the left side to Engelman. Engelman into the lane. Shot got blocked by Hajdukovic.
Yeah, good job by Colfax. Boyceville wants to go baseline.
Pass comes in to Jeske. Puts the shot up. It won't go. Sikora with the rebound. Quickly down the floor. Sikora has it on the right side, hands it off to Bovey, takes it out to the center circle. Feeds it over to the left side to Shipman, takes it down to the corner, back out to Hajdukovic, over to Sikora. Sikora backs up, over to Bovey between the circles. Hands it off to Nichols on the right side, top of the key, now over to the left side. Shipman launches a three, off the iron, no good, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Boyceville ball. Checking into the lineup is Brooklyn Talmadge with 6:05 to go. She's got 4 fouls, so she's going to have to be careful.
A little pressure by the Vikings.
Moline with the ball. Brings it across the timeline. Gets it back out high to Jeske. Feeds it down underneath, and it's out of bounds. It'll go back over to the Vikings.
Yeah, good job with the senior Jordan Bovey. She's created that. She got in there, helped create a turnover.
Pass comes into Bovey, gets knocked out of bounds.
Oh, it was on 23 for the Bulldogs.
She kind of ran over Bovey to try to get to the ball to knock it out of bounds. So Bovey's going to go to the line for the 1-and-1.
Calls on J.C. Oberly.
And that's her first and the 8th team foul on the Bulldogs. So 1-and-1 shot for Jordan Bovey. First one's up. That one's good. That's got to feel real good for her. Second shot is up. Rims around and off, but the rebound taken down by Hajdukovic. Bovey with a three. No. Rebound. Tied up underneath. Nope. We're going to get a foul on Nichols.
Could have been a jump
I thought she had it tied up.
Yeah, I did too. I think she only had one hand on it. That's what drew the foul.
So that's the second foul on Nichols, 5th foul on the Vikings. Talmadge across the timeline on the right side. Gets it out to Moline, then to Oberly, back to Talmadge on the right. Gets it out to Holden, and then down to Jeske on the left side. To Talmadge, tries the left side of the lane, puts it up, no good. Rebound, chased down by Bovey. She's double teamed down in the corner, dribbles out of trouble, gets it to Nichols. Nichols at the top of the key, takes it into the lane, spins, lays it up, lays it in! Lyric Nichols ties the game at 39. Just under 5 minutes remaining. Aubrey Moline to Jeske. Jeske launches a three. It doesn't go. Bovey with the ball. Long lead pass to Shipman. Shipman lays it up, puts it in! Vikings go ahead, 41-39. Moline with the ball. Between the circles, goes over to the left side. Gives it to Oberly. Then over to Holden on the right. To Jeske. Jeske drives into the lane, out to Talmadge from three, off the iron, no good. Rebound by Sikora. Long lead pass to Bovey. She chases it down, waits for traffic, gets it out to Nichols. To Sikora, to Hajdukovic, puts it up, it's off the bottom of the rim, no good. And the Bulldogs come away with it.
Yeah, blocked by Brooklyn Talmadge.
Hajdukovic caught herself a little bit too far underneath that time. Trying to go in the lane, we're going to get a whistle.
We're going to get a whistle on number 30 for Colfax.
That's going to be her 4th, I think. Or is it just her 3rd?
3rd. I have 3.
Okay. I'll go with your number.
A little reach in there by Sear Shipman.
3rd foul on Shipman, 6th foul on the Vikings. Ball comes into Engelman. Hands it off to Talmadge on the left side. Gets it back out to the top of the key to Moline. Moline on the left side to Jeske. In the corner. Gets it back out high to Engelman. Engelman to Talmadge. Then it's over to Holden. Holden out to Moline. Moline feeds it over to high, wide, and right Jeske. Jeske dishes it off to Engelman, takes it into the lane, puts a shot up, it's no good. Rebound taken down by Nichols. She gets it to Sikora. Sikora brings the ball down the floor. Takes it into the lane, puts the shot up off the glass and in. And a timeout being called by the Bulldogs. Vikings on top, 43-39, 3:10 remaining. And you're tuned to Viking basketball on NLWN-TV.
Dreaming of building a new home or cabin? Dairy State Bank construction loans are more flexible than most. If you're still looking for that perfect spot, we offer lot and land financing. Our mortgage lenders get to know you so they can recommend the best financing plan for you. Call, stop in, or visit our online mortgage center to explore options. Let's turn that dream into reality.
Midwest Environmental Consultants, your partner and guide. From soil testing to landscapes, they cover it all. Lawn care and beauty, they're ready to call. With expertise in the ground, they'll analyze what's there. Call 608-468-2067 and let's get started. You deserve the best.
Vikings have worked their way back to a 4-point lead, 43-39. I want to remind you, we have basketball coming up tomorrow night. Well, actually, it's tomorrow afternoon. The Viking boys are taking on the Clear Lake Warriors from Colfax. Viking pregame starts at 1, and live play-by-play follows, and that'll be on NLWN-2. We have a whistle and a foul being called on Bovey, a holding foul, as she got a hand on Moline.
Her second foul.
7th foul on the Vikings, so Moline goes to the line for the 1-on-1. First shot's up. Bits off the iron, no good. Rebound taken down by Sikora. To Shipman. Between the circles, feeds it over to Bovey on the right side. Bovey over to the left side to Hajdukovic. Back to Nichols. Nichols over to Sikora on the left side to the right side to Shipman.
See if Colfax tries to slow it down and run a little clock.
To Nichols. Under 2.5.
2-possession game.
To Bovey. To Nichols. Nichols takes to the lane, kicks it back out to Shipman. Yes, they are running clock, Dan. To Bovey. To Nichols.
They probably can't run it out, but they'll probably get to the line.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Talmadge.
Both teams are in the bonus.
So Shipman to inbound the ball. Bovey gets it, and we get a whistle and a foul called on Aubrey Moline. So Bovey will go to the line for the 1-on-1. It's a second foul on Moline, 9th foul on the Bulldogs, which means that from here on, the Vikings will be in the double bonus. First shot's up and good. (44-39), Vikings up by 5. Next shot is up. That one's nothing but net. 45-39, Vikings by 6. Moline takes it over to the right side, down to the baseline, puts it up and in.
Yeah, good drive there by number 20, Aubrey Moline.
Bovey with the ball, takes it up across the timeline. Ball got tapped away, but not without getting a piece of Bovey in the process. So Aubrey Moline with now her 3rd foul, and Bovey will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, this game's going to be one at the free throw line now.
And the shot is up and rims around and out.
She's 3 for 8 from the line here in the second half.
Next shot is up. That one's good.
4 for
yes,
9.
but out of her last 4, she's 3 for 4.
All right.
Moline with the ball on the right side. Feeds it out into the corner to Holden, who gets it over to Talmadge, back to Moline. Moline drives the baseline, tries to feed it across, and it was tipped out of bounds. I believe it was tipped by Shipman.
Yeah, good defense there by Sierra Shipman.
So Moline will inbound the ball for the Bulldogs. Just under a minute and a half to go to Talmadge. Back out high to Engelman. And the ball's loose. Vikings come away with it. Bovey with the ball. And we get a whistle and a foul being called on Chelsea Holden. She couldn't believe it.
I think that's her fourth.
I think the officials are anticipating that the Bulldogs want a foul, and Holden couldn't believe that went, because I don't think she was ready to do it that time. Free throw is up and no good by Bovey. 1:17 remaining. Vikings by 5. Second shot is up. That one's good. Vikings by 6. And we have a timeout being called. Timeout on the floor. Vikings 47, Bulldogs 41. You're tuned to Viking basketball on NLWN-TV.
We're the Colfax Vikings. We wear that crown.
NLWN-2 is proud to present Colfax High School boys basketball.
For the win, we won't.
Our next game will be on Saturday, February 14th, when the Vikings make up their game with the Clear Lake Warriors. Live coverage on NLWN-2 begins with Viking pregame at 1 p.m., with live play-by-play to follow. That's live Colfax Viking boys basketball on NLWN-2 on Saturday, February 14th.
Our pride.
So yes, we will have tomorrow's Viking game with Viking pregame starting at 1 o'clock on NLWN-2. That's a big game because Vikings are currently in 3rd place for the boys in the Dunn-St. Croix. Clear Lake is in 2nd. A Viking win, they'd be switching spots.
Yeah, that's a big game.
Bulldogs with it. Engelman has it, gets it out high, stolen away by Sikora. She pulls up, gets it over to Nichols. 1 minute remaining.
Yeah, Boyceville's going to have to foul.
Shipman with the ball, and there's a foul. It's really obvious when you grab and stretch the jersey.
Foul's going to be on 14. That'll be her 5th foul.
Chelsea Holden fouls out. How many points for her tonight, Dan?
She'll end up with 4.
Sierra Shipman at the line for 2. First shot's up and good. .8 seconds remaining. Second shot's up and nothing but net. 49 to 41. Vikings by 8. Lunderville gets it out into the corner. Shot goes up, no good. Trying to go back up with it is Moline, and she got fouled trying to go up.
I think it falls on
Bovey.
Her 3rd.
That's the 8th foul on the Vikings. Shots up and no good by Aubrey Moline. She was in the act of shooting, so that's why she's getting 2. Second shot's up, and that one's good. Vikings by 7. Nichols gets it to Shipman, and she got fouled right away by Blake Jeske. So we'll walk the floor.
That's her 4th foul.
And that'll put that'll put Sierra Shipman to the line. First shot is up. It rattles in. 50 to 42. Second shot on the way. It's also good.
Sierra Shipman is 6 for 6 from the line tonight.
51-42 coming up on 30 seconds. And we're going to get a foul called on
30.
Shipman.
Yep.
That's her 4th. And it's going to send Blake Jeske to the line for 2.
She's 2 for 2 from the line tonight.
And the shot is up. It's good. Second shot on the way. That one's also good. Vikings get the ball in. Shipman has it, and she got fouled right away by Talmadge. That'll be number 5 on Talmadge.
Can Talmadge sit down? She'll sit down with 2 points tonight. JC Oberly will come in for her.
Just under 30 seconds remaining. Number 30 at the line. That's Sierra Shipman, and nothing but net that time. A lot of points for Shipman from the line tonight. Second shot's good.
She's 8 for 8 from the line now.
Those have been important. 53-44, shot goes up, it's no good. Rebound taken down by the Vikings, Bovey with it, and she got fouled. I think it's going to be on Moline.
We got a timeout.
We do have a timeout, so maybe there was not a foul being called. And so with a timeout on the floor, you're tuned to Viking basketball on NLWN-TV.
Vikings rise!
NLWN-TV is excited to bring you Colfax High School Girls Basketball. Our next game will be on Monday, February 16th when the Vikings play host to the Fall Creek Crickets. Live coverage on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pregame at 6:45 p.m. That's live Colfax Viking Girls Basketball on NLWN-TV on Monday, February 16th.
We'll conquer it all!
And we're back here at Boyceville High School. I want to remind you that the Colfax schools are holding parent-teacher conferences on Monday and Thursday of next week. Don't forget that you are a vital part of your child's education, so make sure you attend your child's parent-teacher conference. That's on Monday and Thursday for those conferences next week. Bryn Sikora with a long pass down the floor to Shipman. Shipman dribbles it back out. She got fouled with 15 seconds to go.
Foul's going to be number 12 for the Bulldogs.
And that's Ellie Ingeman. It's her first. So Shipman at the line again. That one rattles in and out. And the second shot on the way. That one's good. Vikings by 10. Down the floor comes Jeske. Got it over to Engelman. Shot goes up, it's no good. Rebound by Bovey. 3 seconds and just gonna hold the ball. And there is your buzzer. Final score, Vikings 54, Bulldogs 44. It was a battle tonight. And we will have Viking postgame coming up right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
NLWN-TV is excited to once again bring you Colfax Viking Baseball. Our first game will be on Friday, April 10th when the Vikings take on the Elmwood Palm City Wolves from Colfax High School. Our coverage begins with the In the Dugout show beginning at 4:40 p.m. That's Colfax Viking Baseball on Friday, April 10th on NLWN-TV.
You have been tuned to Colfax Viking Girls Basketball on NLWN-TV.
Vikings rise! We're making our claim!
This copyrighted production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network in Colfax High School is intended for the viewing and listening pleasure of the tuned-in audience. Any broadcast, rebroadcast, or publication in any form or on any platform without the express written consent of the Northern Light Webcasting Network in Colfax High School is prohibited.
From inside and out, we're hitting those shots. Keep the winning spirit, give all we've got.
Stay tuned. Coming up next is Viking Post Game with a look back at today's Colfax Viking Girls Basketball game.
Together as one, we'll conquer it all!
Time now for Viking postgame, with a wrap-up of today's Colfax Viking Girls game. And now, Viking postgame.
Well, the Vikings come away with a win tonight by the score of 54-44, but it wasn't easy. Moving the Viking record overall to 19-3, they are 15-0 with one game remaining in their conference schedule. So the next goal for the Vikings is an undefeated conference season. That would be a nice feather in their cap. Boyceville Bulldogs dropped to 15-7 overall. They are 11-4 in the Dunn-St. Croix Conference. And you have your numbers there, Dan?
I do.
All right. Well, why don't you tell us how we got to that 54-44 score?
Yeah, here's the scores for the Bulldogs tonight. Their leader was number 20, Aubrey Moline. She had 18 points. Blake Jeske had 14 points. We had Brooklyn Talmadge with 2. Ellie Engerman had 5. We had Chelsea Holden with 4. And Sydney Lenderville had 1. For the Colfax Vikings, they're led tonight by number 30, Sierra Shipman. She had 23 points. We had Lyric Nichols with 11. We had Bryn Sikora with 10. We had Jordan Bovey with 7. And Claire Hajdukovic had 3. 54-44. Colfax gets the win.
And that was a big win because now the Vikings are the undisputed conference champions. And we have Coach Carly Kittleson coming up to join us. First of all, hail to the champions, undisputed conference champions.
Yes, it's exciting. It's, been a while, so it's exciting.
You didn't make it easy.
No, we didn't. We wanted to keep it exciting.
Well, you were successful in that respect. I'm sure that there were some things in that middle part of the game that you weren't real happy with. But can some of that be attributed to a really tough game last night and so some tired legs and arms today?
It could be, 4 games. We've had 4 games this week. It's been a busy week. But, good teams, they battle through that. So that's what we have to do.
And that's what you did.
Yep, we did.
You could almost see with about the 5-minute mark left that all of a sudden they said, enough of this.
Yep.
And the defense took over.
Yep.
The transition game started to take over. And they were going to just suck it up and make those shots, even if it hurt a little.
Well, and that's what we talked about. Our shots were not falling. We missed a lot of easy ones. So then you have to win it playing defense, which it always comes down to defense. So pick it up there, and then the offense hopefully will come.
Yeah, in fact, hats off to Sierra Shipman. She had a great night tonight.
I jinxed her on her last free throw.
Oh, how dare you do that?
Every time I say, I showed Court, look at this free throw. She's doing real well, and then she missed it. That's my fault.
Dan, what did she end up with in free throws?
I took the blame for that one.
Yeah, she ended up
she missed 1.
9 for 10.
Yeah,
9
that's
for
my
10.
fault.
Okay, so
So
she should be 10 for 10.
Yeah, I won't say it out loud anymore.
We won't tell anybody.
Well, the whole team knows because I tend to do that quite a bit. Anytime I say we're doing well with something, then it goes the other way.
But our viewing audience will never find out that you did that.
Right.
So, yeah, it was a little stressful through the middle part of the game. Shots were not going. You talk a lot about taking care of the ball. That wasn't happening.
No.
And but you're right. They battled through it.
They did.
And made it happen.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty, but it was a win, and they're not always going to be pretty, and you just learn from it, and you keep moving on.
So, you've gone to 15-0 in the conference.
Yeah.
You only have 16 conference games.
Right.
That goal is sitting there right in front of you.
It is.
And that will be the last regular season game of the season.
Yep.
Unless we have a blizzard on Monday or something.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, we won't have that.
Okay.
Not with the weather forecast, what it is.
Yeah.
But before that game, you have a interesting game coming up with a team that's been kind of a thorn in the side of the Vikings.
Yep.
That's the Fall Creek Crickets at Colfax. What do you know about the Crickets this year?
They're very well coached. You know, Coach Martzke's a great coach, and they always come ready to play. They're scrappy. So we know it will be a good game.
And it's a little bit of a rebuilding year for them.
It is, yep.
But they're going to come out playing ball.
They are, yep.
So, well, congratulations. Conference champions.
Yes, pretty
Yay.
sweet.
Let me be the first to shake your hand on that one.
Thank you.
And we will talk to you before the Fall Creek game.
Sounds good.
And we'll be back with some final thoughts right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
In November of 2018, our daughter Jana passed away. The outpouring of support was unbelievable. Support that we received inspired us to start a foundation called the Jana Kelly Memorial Foundation. And through that foundation,
we've given back in a lot of different ways, through projects, through different other charities that we've supported. We like to help Humane Association, and the Ronald McDonald House is something that's very near and dear to us. We've also recently, this last year, we actually built a tiny house. It's really exciting to be able to give back in different ways.
to learn more or to help financially, would find us on Facebook or www.janakelly.com.
Back here at Boyceville High School as the Colfax Vikings have secured the undisputed conference championship in the Dunn-St. Croix Conference by defeating the Boyceville Bulldogs in a tough one tonight, 54-44. Dan, your thoughts?
Yeah, you know, this is when you rely on your seniors, and Colfax, they got this mental toughness to them this year. You know, they get in spots where you think that maybe, you know, they're not going to make it, and all of a sudden they can just buckle down and get the job done and get the win. But, yeah, the second half of the season has been about mental toughness, and Colfax has it.
You know, one of the things I really like seeing here, and yes, this Boyceville's only 17 miles down the road from Colfax, but there was a real strong contingent of Colfax fans and a good student chunk. I noticed just about the entire boys basketball team who play tomorrow were here to cheer on the girls, and it's good to see that kind of support for the Viking girls as well.
Yeah, I think this is the most people at a game I've seen this year.
Well, part of it was the 15th annual Coaches versus Cancer event that they hold annually here in Boyceville, and it is a huge fundraiser for the American Cancer Society, and congratulations to them for that. About halfway through the second half, they announced that at that point, and they weren't done counting money yet, but they had raised over $11,000. They were approaching $12,000 raised for the American Cancer Society. That's just tonight. Wow. So congratulations to them on those efforts. So that's just about going to wrap things up for us here. Vikings come out on top 54-44, but don't forget to join us tomorrow on NLWN-2 for Viking boys basketball. The Vikings will play host to the Clear Lake Warriors. That's a Dunn-St. Croix Conference contest. And Viking pregame will begin at 1 p.m. with live play-by-play to follow. Unfortunately, the voice of the Viking boys, Jay Fall, had a prior commitment, and so you're going to have to put up yours truly for that one. But that's all right. We'll struggle our way through it. So that's Viking boys basketball tomorrow on NLWN-2. Then join us on NLWN-TV Monday for Viking girls basketball as they play host to the Fall Creek Crickets in a non-conference game. Viking pregame begins at 6:45. That'll be followed by all the play-by-play action. That's Viking girls basketballs that take on the Fall Creek Crickets Monday night on NLWN-TV. I want to remind you that tonight's Colfax High School basketball game has been brought to you by Dairy State Bank, where they're banking on relationships. Midwest Environmental Consultants, soil testers for Western Wisconsin. Anderson Bridges, who have been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. Slayton's Technology, IT provider for the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Menominee Eye and Optical with quality personalized care for you and your family. Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax, comfort food the way Mom used to make it. And the Chippewa Valley Museum, where you can get in touch with the roots of the valley in Carson Park. in Eau Claire. So be sure to thank these sponsors for bringing you Colfax Viking Basketball on NLWN-TV. So for Chris Olson on the camera, Dan Petrow keeping the numbers and giving us his basketball knowledge, I'm Rick Olson. That final score once again, Vikings 54, Boyceville Bulldogs 44. Vikings are the 2025-2026 champions of the Dunn-St. Croix Conference. And you've been tuned to Viking Postgame on NLWN-TV.
You've been listening to Viking Postgame, a wrap-up of today's Colfax Viking Girls game. You can catch Colfax Vikings games by tuning in to any of the Northern Light Webcasting Network outlets. This has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
In the heart of the court, where we show our might, Colfax High School, we're ready to ignite. Viking girls with a passion, fierce as a flame. Every dribble, every hustle, we're playing for fame. With red and white pride, hear the crowd roar.